Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of 30 Thursday. It is bargain beer review time once again, but before we get cracking, as you know, on 30 Thursday, we always like to explain a couple of life mysteries to you. Is there such thing as poltergeists, and why do they call it rush hour traffic? Because in rush hour traffic you can never do more than, what, 2-3 miles an hour? Anyway, up today, continuing with our World Cup football or soccer theme, we have... Fever Pitch from our friends at Marstons. Marston's pretty much just about the biggest brewer in the UK nowadays. This is one of their, I think they might only do this every 4 years for the World Cup of football, or soccer. It's an English pale ale. It tips the scales at 4.2 ABV. It's, again, got some football nonsense on the back. And then it says, using East Kent Goldings hops to produce a balanced, crisp and hoppy beer, Fever Pitch is guaranteed to go down easier than a continental dive in the box. Well, I'm sure if England players dived in the box a bit more, they might get a few more penalties and score a few more goals. But I'm not a football pundit, so let's get this bad boy cracked and poured and see what she's like, or he's like. Not much hiss on that. Virtually no can of smoke on that either. Now this has been in the fridge, I think, for 48 hours. Quite a funky bit of artwork actually. Quite contemporary. It's got an English flag of St George there, and then that there of the host nation of the World Cup, Brazil. Now I've got a non-nucleated glass. I've mentioned in a previous video, all of my nucleated ones are smashed, broken, so if anyone takes pity on a poor brew bear, then send me a message. So let's give this bad boy a pour and put a bit of aggression into this. Put it right down the middle. And we'll pop that one there. Colour wise, that's not a pale ale colour. That is probably on par with what I would say a lager colour. Now, it's called is it classifying itself as a English pale ale? I think that's more of a lager colour, just that little bit dark, you know, sort of dark straw, if anything. Let's just go in for a smell. But is that headwise? What's that even with my sort of chunky pork pie fingers? That's a finger and 2/3. So, going for a sniff on the old aroma. It's not grassy. It's more straw notes, to be honest. Country fields, straw, that type of thing. Now, even through on the aroma, I'm getting a little bit of a twang. Now, Marstons is brewed up in Burton-on-Trent in the UK, and it uses a Burton spring water source. Now, there is something in the brewing trade called the Burton Snatch. Now, this isn't some kind of pornographic reference. By all means, please check it out on our friends at Google. But it refers to sulphur levels in the spring water. That just gives it a little bit of a slight twangy note. So, but as always, be careful when you put these sort of things into Google, because you might get some websites up that you weren't expecting. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's just go for a taste of it. Very good health, everyone. Yeah, I've got that Burton Snatch type of flavour, I always call it. It's a little bit metallic-y. Maybe a bit sulphury. Now this is sometimes when you get conflicting opinions, because for those of you out there who are home brewers, people sometimes use a phrase of the homebrew twang. Now, when commercial brewers have a twang, it's the infamous Burton Snatch or blah blah blah, when home brewers have it, it's that, you know, tin or extract twang, blah blah blah, which of course is a load of nonsense ultimately at the end of the day. That's got a little bit of a twang to it, but I think it's only down to the sulphur levels. Mouthfeel on that is quite light, to be honest. Although it's called an English Pale Ale on there, for those of you who watch my Homebrew Wednesday show, I do a lot of dry hopping on my brews. Now this to me is a bit more of a hopped lager than a pale ale. Although the carbonation on it is dying down already, but I think that's more of like a hopped lager. You know, mild hops in it than an English pale ale. But that just in my my humble opinion. I mean, bit of lace in there, leg wise, nothing really to shout home about. The sort of the ABV, what's 4.2%. It's very very sessionable. Let's just top it up. See, maybe I'm going to do a bit of more justice, perhaps, if there's any more aromas will now fly out. No, not really. This cost me, it was actually £1.19. The threshold for a bargain beer review right here on 30 Thursday is £1 English and 25 pence. Anything more than that, then some people might call it a bargain, but not on my show. So score wise, out of 10, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. I think people will buy it because, don't get me wrong, it is a very good price point and might get caught up in the whole marketing elements of the FIFA World Cup for football or soccer. Would I buy it again? No. Marstons make an awful lot of better under not only their badge but also under their sister badges or child badges, as it were. Score out of 10, I would give that a 5.5. I can't really go any more than that. That head's kicking about a bit, which is actually probably worth half a point, but if you see one, by all means pick one up and give it a go. You know, the whole point of this 30 Thursday bargain beer is, you know, if something is an absolute dog, I will tell you it's an absolute dog and don't bother going out and getting one. But, you know, I think on anything that scores, you know, anything above, you know, 6 is, you know, worth sort of popping out and taking a punt on 99 pence or whatever it might be. It's you won't have to get a second mortgage to pay for it. So that does me guys, enough me waffling. As always, thanks for watching and see you again soon. Be seeing you.